Welcome back to Wheel Reverend, where two wheels are great but sometimes, three wheels are better. Today, we're diving into one of the most unconventional machines on the road, the 2025 Yamaha Niken GT. It's bold, it's weird, and it's absolutely brilliant. Whether you're curious, skeptical, or already a fan of leaning multi-wheelers, stick around, because this machine deserves your attention. Now, for those unfamiliar with the Niken series, Yamaha's been pushing this leaning multi-wheel design for several years now. The Niken GT takes that same DNA and refines it even further for 2025. And the big question is, has Yamaha finally perfected the formula of three wheels in a world dominated by two? Well, after spending quality time with the Niken GT, I think we have an answer. Let's kick things off with what makes the Niken GT so distinctive via its front end. Those dual leaning wheels up front aren't just a gimmick, they're Yamaha's proprietary leaning multi-wheel (LMW) technology, and they give the bike ridiculous levels of front-end grip and stability. Think of carving through corners with two front tires clawing into the asphalt while still having all the natural lean of a sport touring bike. It's not a trike, it's not a Can-Am Spider. The Niken leans like a motorcycle because it is a motorcycle. For 2025, Yamaha's fine-tuned its system. The parallelogram linkage and dual-tube inverted forks up front have been revised for sharper handling and better feedback. The previous generation was good. This is on another level. The dual 15-inch front wheels now come with redesigned, lighter alloy rims, shaving weight off the steering assembly, making it even easier to flick into corners. Powering the Niken GT is a familiar but refined engine. The 890cc CP3 inline triple, derived from Yamaha's Mount 09. That means battery-smooth power delivery, loads of torque, and a soundtrack that's as addictive as your favorite playlist. For 2025, Yamaha's given it updated EQ mapping specifically tailored for the heavier, three-wheel chassis, giving better throttle response, especially in the mid-range. We're talking around 115 horsepower with 68 pound-feet of torque, and while that may not sound outrageous on paper, the way this bike delivers that power combined with the added front-end confidence makes it feel faster in the real world, especially on winding roads. The GT in the name stands for Grand Touring, and Yamaha isn't kidding about that. Comfort has been upgraded for 2025 with a reshaped seat that's more forgiving on long hauls. The handlebars are positioned just right and not too aggressive, not too upright, and the adjustable windshield has been tweaked to reduce buffeting. Heated grips come standard, along with cruise control, because what's a touring bike without cruise? Plus, you've got two large, color-matched panniers that offer ample storage space for weekend trips or even a cross-country adventure if you're feeling ambitious. Technology-wise, Yamaha's gone all in. The 2025 model comes equipped with the new 7-inch TFT display with smartphone connectivity via Yamaha's MyRide app. It offers turn-by-turn navigation, call and text notifications, and media control, so all accessible via the intuitive switchgear on the handlebars. Rider aids include a 6-axis input for lean-sensitive traction control, cornering ABS, and multiple riding modes: Sport, Street, and Rain, tailored to adjust throttle response, power delivery, and intervention levels depending on your environment. But here's the thing. The Niken GT isn't just about comfort. Yamaha designed this thing to perform. On twisty mountain passes, that front end feels glued to the tarmac. You can brake later, lean further, and accelerate harder with a sense of security that you simply don't get on traditional two-wheelers. In tricky conditions of wet roads, gravel patches, unpredictable surfaces, the Niken GT doesn't just inspire confidence, it practically dares you to push harder. Braking duties are handled by twin 298mm front discs with 4-piston calipers, working beautifully with that enhanced front-end grip. The rear has a single 282mm disc, more than enough to balance things out. And suspension, fully adjustable at both ends, letting you tailor the ride whether you're solo carving back roads or up touring with luggage. Now, let's talk looks. The Niken GT still has that futuristic, almost sci-fi stance. Yamaha's refined the bodywork for 2025, smoothing some edges, giving the whole machine a more integrated, Purposeful appearance. The LED headlight cluster up front is sharper now, looking more aggressive. The color options for this year include a new stealthy midnight black and a vibrant tech graphite with subtle blue accents, both of which make the bike look like it just rolled off the set of a cyberpunk movie. As for ergonomics, Yamaha hasn't ignored the shorter riders. The seat height sits at about 32.9 inches, and the narrow waist of the frame helps shorter inseams reach the ground more comfortably. It's still a substantial machine at around 590 pounds wet, but that weight virtually disappears when you're moving, thanks to the excellent weight distribution and leverage from the wide bars. One of the standout features of the Niken GT is simply how planted it feels in unpredictable riding conditions. Road imperfections that might unsettle a typical motorcycle. The Niken doesn't flinch. Potholes, gravel patches, sudden rain showers, it just keeps going with unwavering confidence. For those who love riding but hate feeling like every wet corner is a gamble, this bike makes a compelling case. And what about price? For 2025, Yamaha's positioned the Niken GT at around $17,999 in the US market. That's premium, no question about it. But what you're getting is a completely unique experience, a one-part sport bike, one-part touring machine, and one-part futuristic experiment that works. Of course, it's not a machine for everyone. Purists might scoff at three wheels. Some may argue that the extra complexity adds unnecessary weight or expense. But those who give it a chance, especially riders who do a lot of long-distance touring or live in places with unpredictable weather, often come away converted. Once you feel that extra grip in a hard corner or brake confidently on a slick mountain road, you start to wonder why more bikes don't come like this. So, who's the Niken GT really for? It's for the adventurer who wants comfort without sacrificing sporty handling. It's for the rider who values confidence on wet, unpredictable roads. And it's definitely for those who want to stand out at every bike meet, because let's face it, you will get questions everywhere you park this thing. The 2025 Yamaha Niken GT isn't trying to be a replacement for your naked bike, sport bike, or traditional tourer. It's carving its own lane, literally and figuratively. It's bold, different, and unapologetically Yamaha. So, would you ride one? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more reviews on bikes that break the mold. This has been Wheel Raver. Ride safe, ride smart, and we'll catch you in the next one.